Today I am going to make my first batch of sourdough French bread. I'm going to be making it in my bread maker. I will just be making the dough in the bread maker, and I will be transferring this dough and I will be putting it into a Dutch oven that my son Martin gave me for Christmas a few years back. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing, and here's my starter. This is my sourdough starter that I've kind of been nursing along for about the last 10 days. You can see it's got a little bit of a bubbling, fermenting activity. The smell, while it doesn't smell completely tangy, does have a bit of a fermented smell to it. When I first made this starter about 10 days ago, the first 3-4 days, it reeked. It stunk up the whole kitchen. And part of the process is you add 1 cup of flour, half a cup of water, let it sit. The next day you add again a cup of flour and a half a cup of water, and after that, after about the 3rd day, it really started to bubble and stink. And then after about the 5th day, that smell went away. But anyway, you take half of it out and throw it in the trash. And so, like I said, the trash stunk, the container stunk. You're not supposed to cap it completely. You're supposed to kind of let it breathe a little bit, and that hence it was emanating out of the container. But anyway, let me get back to the recipe. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding about a typical French bread recipe calls for 4 cups of flour and 1 1/3 cup of water. What I'm going to be doing is using about 1 cup of this starter and subtracting 1 cup of flour and a half a cup of water from my recipe. So anyway, here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to use 3 cups of flour. And I know you're not supposed to scoop flour directly out of a bag, but here we are. I've already added the water in here. But I'm going to add 3 cups. Oh, nope, I got to add some salt first. Ding, 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 ding. I'm going to put, let's see, it calls for about 2 teaspoons. I'm going to add 3 teaspoons. That is a teaspoon. Alright. 3 cups of flour. That's for my short. All right, that's that. Let me grab this. I'm gonna add, I should probably add the yeast next. I think 2 teaspoons of yeast. what the hell? I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in here. What the heck? Let's just do this. I'm gonna put we'll call that half a cup. Well, no, not quite. That's about a cup. And I'm gonna take the rest of this and feed the, let's see, that's about half a cup. It's about a half a cup. So I'm gonna put again, this to feed this starter, it's about 1 cup of flour for half a cup. So I'm gonna do I'd probably put in half a cup, so I'll put in a 1/4 cup of water. That's good. And I'm just gonna set this aside to stir later. All right. Okay, so I've got sourdough, flour, salt, yeast, butter. Let me just check my recipe one more time. I'm not going to put sugar in there. I'm not a big fan of sugar. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to turn my, I've got, let me see here, select coarse wheat. Right now, I don't know if you'd see that, but it's set to, let me just highlight this real quick. Flashlight. So you can see that that arrow right there is pointing to basic, and wheat, I'm going to select coarse and go right to dough, and it looks like this will be done in 1 hour and 50 minutes. All right, preheating. I'll keep you posted. All right, let's get a good look. Last time I decided to add a little more water at some point during the mixing stage. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that this time, but I'm just going to keep an eye on it. This process goes on for, the mixing part will go on for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes and then stop for 10 minutes and then go on again for 10 minutes and et cetera, for another hour and a half. That's 1 hour and 27 minutes. That'll also give you that's not the kneading time. At some point the kneading is going to stop and the pan will warm up and I'll get my first rise out of that. So in 1 hour and a half my first rise will be done. All right, there is our first rise has completed. That dough looks pretty good. 2-pound loaf. I've got my little work area here set up. I'm gonna, I guess, punch down the dough, get rid of the gas bubbles, and then what I'm gonna do is do a second rise, but I'm gonna do it in the Instapot. I'm gonna set it to the sous vide setting at temperature 85. I'm gonna go ahead and start it right now because by the time I punch this down it'll be nice and warm. So I'm gonna grab my dough. Oh, it's a little wet still. That's okay. Okay, this little French bread boule has been rising in the Instant Pot for 40 minutes. It seems to have stopped rising, so I've got my parchment paper out. I've got a razor blade to score the crust. I've got my Dutch oven preheating in the oven at 450. My wife's got, looks like she's got a hot toddy on the stove. I'm also cooking a steak right here in this cast iron skillet. But what I'm going to do is make room for the Dutch oven. Oh, and I've got a baked potato cooking in the oven right now. So here we go. I'm gonna take this sucker out, put that right there. Take this sucker out, put that right there. Taking out the loaf of the dough. Being careful. Setting it right there. In the center. That looks pretty good. All right. So I'm going to make a cut about a 1/4 inch deep. Trying to cut at a horizontal angle. There it is, nice. And just put a nice little design on there. All right. Set the timer for 30 minutes. Voila. And we will see. Hi, Franklin. I know what you want to do. It is 12 degrees outside. You want to go outside. It's a little too cold for you, buddy. All right, now more cleanup. This is Sugar. She just had surgery to get a metal plate removed from her leg. Yes, she did. Yeah, I bet you that feels good, doesn't it? Yes, that feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here. This thing's been baking covered for about 25 minutes. Let me grab both pads here. Bake this uncovered now to get it nice and crispy. Okay, all right, timer. "20 minutes. In the meantime, I have to put this over there. Okay, so we'll see what we got. Meantime, that steak is getting room temperature. Okie dokie. Let's take a look at the loaf of bread. I'm gonna turn this. Well, give me a second here. Oh yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good. Let me pull this bad boy out. Let me see here. Okay, so I think the internal temperature for a loaf of bread should be around 200 degrees, maybe 195. Let's take a look, see what this is right here. Let's see that timer on. I'm gonna take this steak. Oh, right now.
She was making for the trade on the outside, and the downhill run to Papa Big. Off the wind on this heading by the Marquesas.
I'm calling it 191. I'm calling that loaf of bread done. Turn it off. Out of real estate. First, here's the steak. I got it searing. Let's see what the internal temperature of the steak is right now.
Think about how many times I had fallen.
135, that's nice.
Spirits are using me. Large voices
165, of course, is the magic number for
heaven brought you and me.
steak.
Can I be
Of course, medium rare. First thing we'll do is take this off. Got a nice sear on it. So this is Frankie. I made this bib for him a couple weeks ago. I actually made 2 of them. But whenever there's food cooking, you've got a big drool. So anyway, I took an old towel and some nylon strapping and some clips. Clips I had laying around like that. I made this little bib for him. Anyway, he's not a fan of it, but man, is he a drooler. Okay, anyway. Alright, so I've got
I have my ship and all the flags
this
of a
bread,
flying.
which is done.
All that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I've had fallen.
Good.
Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten.
Cool. Got my steak resting.
I have been around the
this up here because Frankie is you're a little countertop crawler, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're a good boy, Frankie. You're a good boy. Okay. So, the next time you're gonna see me, I'm gonna have this loaf of bread cut open on a slice. Again, it's a sourdough roll. I'm gonna have steak, baked potato. I think that's it. Let's just see you shortly. All right.
And we tested, and we never failed to fail. It was the easiest thing
So
to
we're gonna
do.
cut the bread open.
You will survive being bested. Somebody fine will come along, make me forget about loving you.
Oh, it smells good.
In the southern cross.
All right. All right, baby. Here you go. Want some butter with that? I would be surprised if there's a big bit of sourdough taste in there. There might not be that sourdough bite because the...
Smells good.
Does it? Okay. It looks pretty good. It might look a little dense. What do you think? Would I get a handshake from Paul Hollywood?
I think you would.
Come on.
Well,
You're
you
just
wouldn't
being
get
nice.
You get a pat on the shoulder. I don't know.
I don't know what
Let's
the bread's supposed to look
like
like, but Paul
fluffy.
Hollywood is from the British Baking Show is the bread master. Okay.
see. Wait,
I'm gonna take
this right there.
a piece of bread.
Oh, it's Doc Goldman, honey, from the holiday baking show.
Who is?
Doc Goldman.
Is he an American baker?
His bread.
All right, my steak's been resting for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna butter up. Let's see here.
Once again, I find myself with my friends. Dance till the night away, it's like the party never ends. Then again, we don't want it to stop, cause tonight's
Ho,
the night.
ho,
You
ho,
go sweatbox,
ho.
laser beam, flashing lights. Wild cards, men from Mars, dressed in stars and stripes. Hectic, electric, ladies of the evening.
Let's eat and watch the Australian Open.
Do anything, freaky deaky stars, speckles, and pink butterflies. And life is nice, so nice. I walk into a club and I found paradise. I'm seeing stars.
Okay. Hot damn.
Oh my, starry eye surprise. Sundown to sunrise, dance all night. We gonna dance all night, dance all
I'm glad I'm on cholesterol medicine.
sugar, dance all night to this DJ. Oh my, starry eye surprise. Sundown to sunrise, dance all night. We gonna dance all night to this DJ. Sugar, dance all night to this DJ. Dance all night to this DJ. I love a dance all night to this DJ.
My wife Melissa, she's a vegetarian, so
Now the record always spins on the trails we blaze. The walls are closing in, but that's okay. Cause I've been
this
waiting
steak all
all
by
week to
myself.
feel this way. And it feels so
I
good,
actually
so
should have
good.
put a
I'm on
baked
top of
potato in the
world,
oven
coolest
for
here in the
her.
neighborhood. So let me be a star for one night, that's right. Sweatbox, laser beam, flashing lights. You got to feel the rush, feel the spice of life. Thug life, 50 rolls of dice, snake eyes, surprise, eyes in, mesmerizing. The minds are sick ones, cause what we are is victims of fun. Come on, come on, the fun has just begun. Come on, the fun has just begun.
okay. Grab some salt and pepper.
Dance all night, we gonna dance all night to this DJ. Sugar, dance all night to this DJ. Oh my, starry eye surprise, sundown to sunrise, dance all night. We gonna dance all night to this DJ. Sugar, dance all night to this DJ. Dance all night to this DJ.
All right, I'm just gonna have some bread right now. And then I'm gonna turn the camera off and eat. Melissa, hold on. Good. Sour, that is, it's got a nice little tang. All right. Next time I'm going to use more sourdough starter in my dough. So, there we are. Voila. Delicious.